Today I want to show you more about the tail bags that I make. I call them the Freedom tail bags, and they're similar to the kind that you can buy in the store with the 3 columns, but they're a lot longer. And I'll show you why in a minute, but the main reason is to allow the tail to grow nice and long without ever being stepped on or pulled out. So it gives us those nice, long, beautiful tails. They also can stay in for a lot longer than the ones in the market, depending on how bad your fly situation is. So the first thing you do, much like the other ones, you take the elastics and you're going to tie it right underneath the tailbone. Like all tail bags, you never go above the tailbone. And you just want to tie it as tight as you can, just in a bow. The tighter it is, the better, obviously, so it stays in as long as you want it to. Okay, and then you have these 3 columns here. Take 2 of them and just swing them up on your horse so it doesn't get stepped on. And then I have this little tool here. It's just a piece of hot wire wrapped on itself. Any sort of wire will do. And you're just going to slide it right through here. These are made out of cotton. I like the cotton because it helps kind of glue itself together and it stays in a little bit better than slippery spandex. But it's not stretchy enough to put your arm through, so that's why I use this tool. And you're just going to take 1/3 of the hair and pull it through that loop. And then you're going to drag it through the whole column, just like that. And then you're going to do that with the other 2 columns. There we go. And the thicker the wire, the better. Real thin wire, the tail will just kind of fold on itself and it's hard to pull through. So a nice thick wire works the best. Okay, so you have your 3 columns here. Now you're just going to start a simple braid. You want to make sure it's really tight, and that will keep it from sliding down. And you're going to braid all the way down past the hair, a few inches past where the hair ends, or whatever looks like a good length for your horse, depending on how tall or short your horse is. So as you can see, this will allow for your horse to have a nice long tail. I also can make these customs for extra thick tails. You know, if you have those big Friesians that have those thick tails, I can make those custom to be bigger to accommodate those. Alright, so I've got his tail, ends about there, gone a few inches longer. Then what I'm going to do is fold it onto itself back to the top like that. And then I'm going to tape it. This keeps the tail up high so it's not down by the ground where they can pull it out if it gets stepped on as it grows out. Therefore, it can just keep growing and growing and growing for quite a long time before you have to redo it. So you're going to want to tape it real good and tight right underneath the top part. And then just for stability down about 3/4 of the way. You could also do one right there in the middle. Make 3 if you really wanted, depending on how hard your horse is on tail bags. So that's the tail bag. Like I said, it stays up high so it can just keep growing and growing and get this really long, beautiful tail. It also has these 3 extra columns that are perfect for swatting flies. A little bit more surface area than the other ones, which I really like. And I recommend with these in the summertime to redo them depending on how bad the fly situation is, at least monthly. In the winter, I often just leave mine in all winter. I might redo it once in the winter, but it just depends on your own climate and your horse. But they can be left in longer than the other ones. None of this gets tangled. Up here will get a little tangled just like other tail bags, so that's why you don't want to leave them in forever. But let's see. I think that's everything. So these are my Freedom tail bags and why I like them more than the other ones. Thanks for watching.